Hi, everyone. This is Pastor Henry of Dixon United Methodist Church, and today I'll be guiding you all through an interactive, semi structured devotional called Lectio Divina, similar to what we did last week. And it's a form in which we read the passage, usually 4 times, and after each reading, we seek to discover something new, diving deeper into that which catches our attention. And there will be moments within this meditation reflection where I will ask you to pause the video for further reflection. And so I will just begin by reading the passage for the first time, and you are all invited to just listen, just take in the text, which is from 1 John chapter 4, verses 12 to 13. And this is what it says. No one has ever seen God. If we love one another, God abides in us, and his love is perfected in us. By this we know that we abide in him, and he in us, because he has given us of his Spirit. As I read it a second time, I invite you all to notice a word or phrase that resonates, attracts, or even disturbs you. Once again, notice a word or a phrase from this passage that resonates, attracts, or even disturbs you. Here it is. No one has ever seen God. If we love one another, God abides in us, and his love is perfected in us. By this we know that we abide in him, and he in us, because he has given us of his Spirit. Pause this video to sit in silence and marinate with your word or phrase. Then type out your word or phrase in the comments, the Facebook or YouTube comment section when you're ready. As I read the passage for a third time, think about how your chosen word or phrase may relate to your life. How does this word or phrase inspire or even challenge you? No one has ever seen God. If we love one another, God abides in us, and his love is perfected in us. By this we know that we abide in him, and he in us, because he has given us of his Spirit. Pause the video and reflect on how this word or phrase, the one that you've chosen, speaks to your life. Howard Thurman continues his story of experiencing Halley's Comet. He was awakened at night by his mother to see the comet, and he writes, "There I saw in the heavens the awesome tail of the comet and stood transfixed. But anxiety came over him, and he asked his mother, 'What will happen to us when that thing falls out of the sky?' And he says, 'There was a long silence, during which I felt the gentle pressure of her fingers on my shoulders. Then I looked into her face and saw what I had seen on another occasion, when without knocking I had rushed into her room and found her in prayer. At last she said, "Nothing will happen to us, Howard. God will take care of us." In that moment something was touched and kindled in me, a quiet reassurance that has never quite deserted me. As I look back on it, what I sensed then was the fact that what stirred in me was the one with what created and controlled the comet. It was this inarticulate awareness that silenced my fear and stilled my panic. There are many moments when I have experienced fear. The moment there was an active shooter on my sister's campus. The moment I had an anxiety attack because I was in a new place and I thought something was wrong with my heart. The moments I thought about death. The moments where I thought I was going to be unable to complete my assignments in college and seminary. And eventually, most of the times, I was delivered from the fear because of a level of safety that was promised. I went to the doctor and they told me I would be fine, or I pushed through what I needed to do. The death one just comes and goes, but I begin thinking about something else. But how do I actually go in spite of fear? For me, I guess there is this internal disposition to keep on going. I want to live. I want to experience joy. I want to experience peace. I want to create peace. I want to experience love and connection with others and love and connection with God. Maybe loving one another and that experience of love is the thing that keeps us going. It is love that drives out fear. Or you can say that it is God's love that drives us through the fear in the midst of those moments. I will now read the passage one more time, and I invite you all to begin thinking about an intention you have for the week in relation to your word or phrase or the whole Bible passage. No one has ever seen God. If we love one another, God abides in us, and his love is perfected in us. By this, we know that we abide in him and he in us, because he has given us of his Spirit. What is your intention for this week? Some things you can do right now are the following. Write about the times you have experienced comfort. Where were you? What happened? Who was there? Write about a time when you were the source of comfort for someone else. And then finally, pray for those who are experiencing fear, and that they may find comfort in their community. Amen.